right, man, let's talk. All right, Detroit Pistons bought out a few players. On top of that, they got a bunch of cap space to be. The question is, what are the Detroit Pistons going to do with this cap space and all these roster spots? Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, crucial shares, get notifications. We go live and drop the video. I really don't know, man. I mean, if I had to be a guessing man, they probably gonna spend a whole bunch of money if they do spend some in free agency on a guy like Tobias Harris. That'll be my best guess. I think they spend a whole bunch of money on a guy like Tobias Harris. You know, a guy that ain't quite an all-star, but they overpaid to get him here. I mean, it was kind of what we was kind of hoping they would do with Cam Johnson, but still, that was a good non-move. Well, at the end of the day, Brooklyn, you know, they can match any offer, so it was a no-go. So we ended up with Joe Harris, who absolutely done nothing in Detroit. Did they buy him out too or trade him or something? I don't know what the hell happened with Joe Harris. But nonetheless, to continue going. So I look at moves like that if they going to pay somebody. If it's going to be a trade, you know, it's real hard because the players that they got right now, between Ivy, K, and Duran, or Short Thompson, the league is just filled with guys that just don't really fit with them. Like, that's why Tobias is probably one of the guys they want, because he don't need the basketball. He fits a modern four. But I always continue to say this, and I'm not going to make this video about this, but, excuse me, there needs to be a subtraction before there's an addition. You know, and I got to be real with you guys. If they're going to develop Sasser and Thompson, you know, which I feel like Sasser, people not going to like what I got to say. If I say this, I like Sasser better than Cade Cunningham out there. So that's just my opinion. That's just going to fuel, you hate Cade Cunningham. You hate. I prefer Sasser. I just don't like the way Cade Cunningham hogged the ball, bro. And then nobody get no shine. I just don't like it. Now, if you hogging the ball and you getting the results of LeBron James or Giannis Antetokounmpo, that's quite different. Or you know, winning games like when the Knicks was hot with Jalen Brunson, that's different. Or if you Luka Doncic, he ain't Luka. He ain't the Don in Luka. He ain't the Chich in Luka. He ain't the Luke in Luka. He ain't the Uka. You know. I like Marcus Sasser a lot, man. I like to see him start. Maybe even so with Cade over Jaden Ivey a little bit, but they just don't give him no burn. I like him. I like Sasser a lot. I like Sasser more than they starting guards right now. I'm just not a fan of him right now. You know, Ivy, if he out there by himself, Ivy my favorite out of the bunch. But if he playing with Cade Cunningham, give me Sasser. So they got to get rid of some guys. And if they gonna build with Cade Cunningham, be my guest. So if that's what you're gonna do, maybe you want to get rid of Duran and get somebody that can stretch the floor and shoot the ball. I just think that's the case. Him and Duran it's hard to tell even with the coaching, it's hard to tell, man. It really is. Like, is Cade willing to give up the ball and move without the ball and play without the ball? The team is just a fucking mess. So no matter what they do, long story short, no matter what they do, until they change the leadership in the squad, man, it ain't gonna matter what they do, bro. But if I had to be a guess, they're gonna overpay a guy like Tobias Harris. They're gonna pay him big money, come in, fuck the cap up. There'll be some guys looking to dump some salary. They probably trade for a guy. If I had to guess, they're probably going to trade. They're probably going to try to trade. They're probably going to try to acquire for. They're probably going to pick up Tobias Harris, and they're probably going to try to trade and absorb a small forward. You know, that'd be my best guess. That I don't know. I don't know who that would be, because you don't really know who's going to be available. Buddy Hield can be out there. Maybe they feel like they can bring Buddy off the bench. So yeah, Bridges, I just don't think fit. It's another guy that love to have the ball in all the hands. And for Bridges is becoming a better shooter. I thought PJ Washington would be a good fit. They chose not to go after him. So when you look at this roster, man, Tobias Harris is pretty much what they want to build. They need a guy that can catch and shoot, who can defend his position, but to pay him the amount of money it's gonna get him to come back to Detroit is it's wild. And then the three position, you're looking for the same thing. You look for somebody that could defend, and stretch and shoot. You got K who can create. You don't need no more guys that need the ball to be effective. If anything, they might want to bring in a stretch five to go with Duran. But right now, if you're really paying attention on a consistent basis, Cade Cunningham is not clicking with none of these guys. And from what I'm seeing, it's not clicking. It's not clicking. I don't see the camaraderie. When he ain't out there, they moving that ball. They playing with a different pep in the step. So like I said before, there need to be some subtractions on this squad. It need to be some subtractions on this squad. I think it's time for them to move on from Ivy. I think you can develop a shore behind the scene. And it might be time to move on from Duran too, to be honest. And people may not like that. I don't really see them utilizing him. It's hard to tell, man, because of the coaching. But I think Tobias Harris is going to be at the 4. They're going to try to do something like that, and they probably going to try to get a small forward, maybe via trade or, via free agency. They have a bunch of money, but them landing somebody of significance, I don't see that happening. I don't really see it happening, because you see Jeremy Grant coming back. I can see that them doing that dumbass shit. I can see that. Jalen Green, like, he can be on the move. I doubt him and K being in that backcourt. Wouldn't surprise me. They love guards. Maybe the Portland looked at me with Anthony Simons. I don't really see how that's gonna be any different from Jaden Ivey. I got people say, well, if they had got Shaedon Sharpe, what different would it be? Him and Benedict Mathurin will be watching Cade Cunningham the same as Jaden Ivey. That's what people don't really see the game the way I see it, and that's fine. But who is Cade Cunningham making better? So if I had to guess about what they gonna do, I would say Tobias Harris, and maybe they try to acquire Mikal Bridges and throw a whole bunch of assets and probably the number 5 pick or 3 pick they gonna get in the draft and try to get Mikal Bridges. So if I had to just guess, I would say they pay Tobias Harris in free agency a max contract. They try to trade for Mikal Bridges, and you probably gonna go out there Tobias Duran, Mikal Bridges. I think Ivy will be gone, and I think Cade Cunningham, and they'll find somebody in the backcourt to go with them. So that's just my wild prediction. I just find wild. But hey, check out Detroit Pistons to our playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Peace.